Hello, good afternoon. Jim Baker here,
Haven't done my taxes, I'm too turned up. Haven't done my taxes, I'm too turned
and
up.
I'm making this video to
Haven't
talk a
done
little
my
bit about Form
taxes, I'm too turned
5472
up.
and some different implications that you might not have thought about. So, basically, I just finished a call with a prospect, a person I'm talking to. You'll see it on the channel, and basically, his sister is a non-resident. She has LLCs, and she owns the LLCs. She owns U.S. real estate with the LLCs. And I'm thinking to myself, traditionally, the foreign owned LLC, the Form 5472 filing, is literally it's for a foreign owned single member LLC that has reportable transactions. And that means basically any money from the LLC to the owner or from the LLC to another company owned by the owner of the LLC. And it's pretty straightforward and there's not too much to it, but to think of it in the light of what if the LLC is actually you're filing taxes with it because this person is filing U.S. tax returns to report the rental income, the rental expenses, and actually filing tax returns. And I'm like, okay, so that's the tax return they're filing. But now that I'm thinking about it, now that I'm looking at the law, I'm looking at the rules, it looks like, and this is like kind of like the headline, is that if you own an LLC and you're investing in real estate in the U.S. and you file U.S. tax returns, like a Form 1040 NR, a personal tax return because the LLC again doesn't exist for tax purposes, the LLC still has to file Form 5472 to report the transactions between the LLC and the owner of the LLC. And that's really something that I think a lot of people will overlook because they think, okay, well, I'm filing Form 1040 NR. I don't need to file this Form 5472. Or if you elect for your LLC to be taxed as a corporation, you still have to file Form 1120, but you would and you still may have to file Form 5472, but the Form 5472 would the restrictions and what's included as a reportable transaction by a corporation is a little bit more it's a little bit less because when you have a foreign owned single member LLC that's not taxed as a corporation, the threshold of what's included as in a reportable transaction is more broad. So a distribution, a contribution, stuff paid on behalf of the LLC, those are reportable transactions. But when it's a corporation and reporting transaction between foreign related party, what is to be reported doesn't include basically contributions or distributions. It's mostly loans, payments for services, payments or expenses for product income or things like that. So the real reason I'm making this video and I'm going over this today is just because I think that a lot of people are going to make the mistake that when they have their LLC and they have their real estate, you still have to file Form 5472 if you are a foreign person who owns an LLC, and even if you're using it for real estate, you have to file your personal taxes to report the income and the expenses for your real estate. And then the LLC has to report any reportable transactions on Form 5472. So that's just another level of reporting that would be required. And again, this is the same thing as since 2017. The Form 5472 is due on April 15th, and it's filed with a pro forma Form 1120, and then attached to that is the Form 5472. And it's really, I want to make this video just to talk directly to um, people who have LLCs that own real estate. If you are doing any transactions with yourself, I believe the law doesn't preclude you from filing this form just because you're filing a personal tax return. I think you would still also be required to file this form. And although I haven't mentioned it directly, I haven't said contrary on the channel. If I have, please let me know. But yeah, I just want to make that aware too. If you have any questions about it, please you can schedule a consultation with me. All the links are in the bio below. And if you find this helpful, please subscribe, like the video. But um, you have an extra time this year. You have extra until July 15th to file your 2019 Forms 5472. So reach out if you have questions about this, comment below, and I'm happy to help. And I hope you see this video in time and not like my last caller who, opened his LLC in 2013 and hasn't done anything yet. So um, some you can. I hope you get here in time. Okay. So thanks again for watching. I know it's a short video, but it's an update for the Form 5472 filing. And thank you for your time. And best of luck to you.